Welcome to Question and Answers with Patient Acquisition. If you don't know us, we interview between 10 to 15 aesthetic clinics per day for our system to see if we can actually help them grow. So we compile a lot of data in those interviews and we're giving it to you. We're giving you all the secrets, all the sauce, all the strategies, and we are not holding back anything.
Why did you decide to focus exclusively on marketing for med spas?
Yeah, so, I hired a business coach at the time. I had an agency that was helping all different types of businesses. We specialized particularly in, at the time, more high risk businesses. So we did a lot of influencer campaigns since advertising wasn't something we could do. But I hired a business coach. He looked at all my experience. I had 6 years working in aesthetic clinics. I've been in over 1,000 aesthetic offices, over 10,000 operating procedures. So I really understood that business better than any other business that I had been working in. So he's like, hey, this is the business you need to be in. You need to be in a business where you can provide the most value, where you understand the market the best. And that's what we decided to pivot and focus on. So I dropped all my other accounts. We had mortgage accounts, e-commerce accounts, all different businesses. And we have now built the patient acquisition system, which helps clinics double their revenue in 6 months time frame.
What unique challenges do you face when promoting med spas compared to other industries?
Yeah, so med spas are super tricky, right? It's a very competitive market in general. One, there's more med spas now than ever. They're popping up everywhere. And then when you factor in the compliance and the regulations, it's very tricky. You really have to know it, from the staffing issues to advertising and policy issues on these different platforms. So knowing a comprehensive strategy of how to grow these clinics based off of the particular services that they're trying to promote. Not every clinic offers the same services, so you really have to understand the different strategies to implement, and that's where we come in place.
What role does social media play in your marketing approach, and can you share a success story?
Yeah, so we've done all different types of successful marketing campaigns. We've really focused on the acquisition side, so acquiring new clients. That's really our specialty, and we only use social media for that. So we don't do Google ads. The reason why, it's a little bit more expensive. The profit margin is very limited, if any, on Google. We're not saying don't do Google, but that's just not our specialty. Some of the successful campaigns that we've done some very successful influencer campaigns. Influencer marketing is oftentimes one of the most underlooked and undervalued areas of the business, but it really needs to be done right. You need to have the right front end strategy, which is, are you attracting the right influencer? Do they align? Does their audience align with your market, right? Are they within the region that you need to target? And then, you check all those boxes on the front end, but then on the back end, did we get the right content from them? Do we have the right rights to use that content in future marketing efforts, whether it's a text blast, an email blast, on our website, on our social media site, for our advertising, right? So what we do is we'll coordinate all that for you. We contract the influencer, we vet the influencer, we do over a 20-point audit on the influencer to make sure they are the right fit for you, and then we place them in. And we've had some clients that have generated over $55,000 from a single post going viral. They've got over 100 booked appointments from that single post going viral. And that's the power of influencer marketing. It can be very effective. We have over 20 of the highest performing aesthetic ads in the world on TikTok, and we are a corporate partner with TikTok. So we're able to create, highly effective ads that win and dominate on TikTok. And that's why TikTok brought us on as a corporate partner, because we do have that performance.
How do you stay up to date with the latest trends on med spas?
Yeah, so staying up to date with the current trends is a lot of work, right? I have to talk to a lot of people, but the good thing is I do talk to a lot of people, anywhere from 10 to 15 businesses per day in this particular space from all over the country. So I'm always talking about what's trending, what's working for them, what's not working for them. We have so much more data than you do, right? Think of your power of your network, how many friends you might have in your space. Maybe you know somebody else that owns a med spa. You're able to ask them and get insight. Now imagine doing that 10 to 15 times per day. Then you factor in all the influencers that we work with, thousands of influencers that we've contracted, right? We're able to know exactly what's working, what's not. Then I also have conversations with other agency owners. I'm in a group of some of the top 100 agency owners in the space. So we know not only what's working, what's trending in the med spa, but we understand what's trending on the marketing end of things, and then what's trending on the influencer end of things. And that's how we're able to create successful campaigns for you.
What strategies do you use to build trust and credibility for new clients in the aesthetics industry?
Yeah, so for us, we give everybody a complete risk-free demo of our system. So if you're not happy with the revenue that you're making per month, or maybe you've been going from one agency to the next and you've been through multiple agencies, we give you a risk-free demo of our system so that you know exactly what you're going to get before you even sign up for us. Now, we really are selective of some of the clinics that we look for or we partner with. We want to work with clinics that have certain devices and technology, anything that is going to be a higher ticket offer. We don't want campaigns that aren't profitable because we want to put money back into your business. You got to cover our costs, you got to cover possible ad costs, you got to cover influencer costs, and then on top of it, you got to put all your operational costs in there and then profit so that you can scale this campaign up. And if we can't check all of those boxes, we're not really interested in your guys' offers. And there's actually a lot of clinics we can't really help. So that's kind of what we're looking for when we go to partner with somebody that we haven't worked with yet.
What are the most common misconceptions med spas and clinic owners have about marketing, and how do you address them?
So there's two main misconceptions that I see. I think one of them is people expect to pay a very nominal fee, a couple $1,000s into a marketing agency, and they almost expect that within 1 to 2 weeks time frame, they should have millions of dollars in their bank account, which it just doesn't work, right? Marketing, as anything, right, that you want to achieve, any goal worth pursuing, whether it's a physical goal or a business goal, it takes work and it's a process. So marketing is a process, and we really look for people that understand that. They know we're going to be transparent about everything. We're going to deliver the results to them. We're committed to their growth. So that's one of the biggest misconceptions, I think, is people expect, oh, well, I gave you $2,000 or whatever that fee is, which is very small, and why don't I have money in my bank, right? There's a lot more than just giving an agency money, right? What about your sales? What about your actual operational setup, right? There's all these factors that affect the performance of marketing that people don't really think of. They think, oh, well, I paid you money, so my business should be booming, and that's just not the case. You have to have the right sales systems in place. You have to have the right, acquisition systems in place, the right offers in place, right? There's so much more than just that is outside of our control. So I think that's the biggest misconception, is that we see clinics, they hand us money and they think that, oh, but we paid this agency, now all of our problems are going to go away. And that's just not the case. You still have sales, you still have fulfillment, you still have all these other things that are outside of our control. And so that's probably one of the biggest misconceptions. I would say the second biggest misconception is that we have some secret answers to their problems, and we don't, right? We just understand this stuff on a much larger level, right? The amount of data that we're able to analyze is much higher, so we're able to make more informed decisions, right? You can do all this stuff yourself, right? It's nothing that complex, but we are able to do this at scale and say, hey, based off your situation, we know predictably that this is going to work for you. And you can try and figure it out yourself, but it's going to cost you thousands of dollars and months of your time to figure out what we've learned, right? And that's why you're hiring an agency, is because what is the cost of months, right? If you're making $200,000 to $300,000 per month, or if that's what your clinic should be making, right? And if you have a 2-person clinic that's operating $500 per hour per chair, right? You should be hitting really good numbers out there. So you really need to look at the business as like, what is it costing me by not hitting those numbers that I should be? And that's how much money you're losing every single month. So that's why people hire agencies, because it's going to streamline that process and that learning curve.
How do you see the future of marketing for med spas, and how do you plan to stay ahead of the curve?
Yeah, so we're doing everything we can. We're testing AI. AI is going to be the future. I don't think it's quite as advanced as people think. So be cautious of anyone selling you a turnkey AI solution, right? It's not going to change your business the way that you think it is. We've been testing AI for the last 6 months. Is it a game changer? Absolutely. Can it be implemented in your business? Absolutely. So I think AI is going to be one of those big things that is going to really move the ball forward. It might be 6 months, it might be a year from now until we really see the power of it. But aside from that, you have to be more creative, right? You can't just trust some kid that's in their mom's basement running Facebook ads for you. A race to the bottom in pricing is no longer the case, right? You have to stand out, you have to be unique, and the way to do that is with our patient acquisition system. And if you're not sure what we do, we utilize influencers, we create custom UGC content, and we really build your brand up, and it generates incredible return on investment. So to stay innovative, you have to have different strategies. You can't just be a generic static Facebook image ad that has a lower priced offer. You have to be creative in your offer. You have to be creative in how you're reaching your ideal clients. And then you have to be innovative in this different solutions. And that's utilizing AI, maximizing everything that you can. And if you don't know how to do that or what is a good system, we definitely have solutions for you. So reach out to us.
What's your favorite treatment to promote?
What's my favorite treatment to promote? Probably I like M-Sculpt. I like the high ticket treatments, the high ticket facials, anything where we can, by just bringing one customer, cover all the costs of the ad spend, all your operational costs, and put profit back into your business. So as a med spa, you really have to maximize your profits. I mean, your machines are so expensive, your staff is expensive, your lease is probably expensive. So you need a campaign that is going to be very profitable, and we really have focused on those things. So those high ticket campaigns like your BTL devices, your Cyton laser devices, those are probably my two favorite OEMs to work with, and we want to really scale those campaigns up. We've been able to do it successfully. So any of those high ticket devices, that's really what we are specialized in, and we have the highest performing aesthetic ads in the world on TikTok for that. So that's really what I like to focus on.
What is your favorite trend going on with med spas right now?
So favorite trend, I really like how a lot of these telemedicine clinics are popping up. I think a lot of them are doing it wrong, but I like the aspect of growth that you have. You went from being a clinic that can only sell to a 5, maybe a 30-mile radius if you're in a smaller town, right? But now with this telemedicine, you went from, we can now not only sell to our immediate zone, sphere of influence, but now we can sell to the entire state or possibly the entire country. And I like that because as a marketer, that's more people that we can tap into, more audiences we can reach. That's what I really like to see, or what I really like seeing right now in the space.
What is the worst med spa trend going on right now?
I think also the trend that I like the most, which is these weight loss injection clinics that are just popping up everywhere, right? I hate to say it, but if you're just hopping on this train right now and you're just thinking about getting into this space, it's already too late. I've launched multiple businesses myself now, and if something's trending, the opportunity to make money on it has already passed, right? You are now flooding the market with an oversaturation of a product that everybody wants. The demand is way too high. So these weight loss clinics, everybody that's thinking about weight loss, if you don't already have an established business, I really think starting just a weight loss injection clinic is going to fail. And I hate to say this, but I like to tell you the truth. And that's what I do, is I solve problems in business. So we see the problems and clinics are popping up every day, and that's all they do. They're just taking advantage of this space. So that, I think, is the worst trend. Can you do it? Yes. Can you do it right? Yes. You have to do it a certain way. And if you're not sure what you should be doing before you start investing tons of money, we're here to help you. But I think you should really be thinking of what is the next trend, right? If you're worried about what the trend is right now, it's already too late. It's already passed. You're not going to make money on it, at least not the money that you think. So what is the next trend? I think that's where your mind should really be, or where am I positioned and how can I monetize this? Like, what can I do right now to immediately get money in? Because if you don't have money in your door tomorrow, you don't have a business. That's it.
Where do you see this business in the next year?
We're a very values and mission driven company. For anybody to even apply at our company, they have to be aligned first with our values and our mission. And then for them to come on board, they have to be a fit for us. And our mission is to be the go-to growth consulting agency by 2025. So we have a year and a half to fulfill that mission, and I'm very ambitious. I've always set very big goals, so I want to be there by this time next year, and that's where I see ourselves. So I wake up every day and I ask myself, how can I improve? How can we get better? And I hire team members who have that same thinking process as well. Our team is dedicated to being the best, and we're very competitive. So that's where I see ourselves in a year.